Hello friends, welcome to Kamat Astrology, and today I am going to cover one more topic, that is understanding why the festival of Nag Panchami is celebrated on 25th July 2020. Okay, so this month the Nag Panchami festival falls on 25th July 2020, and in this video we will try to understand why this festival is so widely celebrated in India, Sri Lanka and Nepal. Om Namah Shivaya. So the festival of Nag Panchami that falls on the fifth day of the bright half of the Shravan month. Okay, and because it falls on the fifth day, it is known as Panchami, and the festival is known as Nag Panchami. So on this day, the snakes are worshipped as deities, and they are offered flowers, milk, and water. Okay, so it is believed that praying to the snake god on this day relieves one from the sins committed in the past life, especially if one has Kalsarp dosh, Nagdosh in his Kundali. Okay, then praying to the snake deities on this day is said to give a lot of relief from the malefic effects of such yogas. Now let us understand the story behind why Nag Panchami is celebrated. So after winning the Mahabharata war, the Pandavas ruled for many years. Okay, and afterwards they decided to give up the kingdom, and they made Arjun's grandson Parikshit as the king of Hastinapur, and the Pandavas retired into the forest. Okay, Parikshit was a very righteous king. However, all kings have the habit of hunting. So one day he went into the forest to hunt for some deers. When he went into the forest, he saw a man standing there, and the man was trying to cut the leg of a bull, and the bull was standing on one leg only. Parikshit was horrified to see this. He stopped the man and he said, "Who are you and what are you doing?" The man said, "I am Kalyug. This bull that you see is representing Dharma. Okay, and in Kalyug, Dharma stands only on one leg." So Parikshit said, "This means you are trying to destroy Dharma entirely. And I will not allow this to happen. So I will not allow Kalyug to start." But Kalyug said, "I am time and I should not be stopped. But O king, since you are such a great king, I just request you one favor. Give me 3 places to reside in your kingdom, and I shall not bother anyone." Parikshit thought for a while, and he told Kalyug that you are sin personified, and therefore I will give you 3 places to stay. You can stay in gold, you can stay in alcohol, and you can stay in rice on the day of Ekadashi. You can also stay in places where there is gambling and dice being played. Kalyug was very happy. He thanked the king. The king continued his hunting spree. The king had won a golden crown. Kalyug entered into this golden crown and he started influencing the mind of the king. The king was not able to find any animal that day. And what happened is, he started feeling tired and thirsty. He soon reached the doorsteps of an ashram where a sage was deep in meditation. Parikshit called out to the sage and asked him to give him some water, but the sage was absorbed in meditation and he could not hear Parikshit. Now, due to the influence of Kalyug in his mukut, which was made of gold, Parikshit started getting angry. He thought, "I will kill this sage who is so arrogant." But his inherent good nature prevented him from doing that. Instead, he found a dead snake lying on the ground, and he put that snake around the sage's neck and he went away. After some time, the sage's son, whose name was Shringi, he came to the ashram after having a bath. And when he saw the snake around his father's neck, he was terrified. He got very angry and he realized that someone had tried to mock his father. Some children there told him that a king had come and he was shouting at your father, and he put this dead snake around his neck and went away. This infuriated the sage's son further, and the sage's son then uttered a curse that whoever has done this to my father, 7 days from now, he will be killed by the bite of a snake called Takshak. Takshak Nag was a friend of Indra, and now because this curse was given, Takshak Nag had to fulfill this curse. When Parikshit returned to his kingdom and he removed his mukut or crown, he realized his mistake and he decided that tomorrow I will go and apologize to the sage in his ashram. When the sage finished meditating, his son told him everything that had occurred and how he had given a curse to King Parikshit. The sage shouted at his son. The sage saw through his Divya Drishti all that had happened, and he told his son that you have misused your power by giving a curse to a very noble and a just king. We are going to lose the nice king, and now the earth will have to bear the consequences of this. The sage then decided to go to the palace and tell King Parikshit about his impending death. When the sage reached the palace, Parikshit fell at his feet and asked for forgiveness. But the sage said it is too late and his son has already cursed him and he has only 7 days to live. Parikshit was shocked, but he told the sage that even if I have 7 days, please show me the path by which I can attain moksha. The sage told him that you read the Bhagavad Gita and concentrate your mind fully on Lord Krishna, and this will give you moksha. However, Parikshit's ministers and his son Janmejaya, they were hesitant to let the king to die. They decided that come what may, we will protect our king. So they built a big tower. Okay, and Parikshit was told to sit in that tower, and the tower was heavily guarded. Nobody could enter the tower. Now Takshak Nag transformed himself into a small insect and he entered a fruit. After some time, the king Parikshit, sitting in the tower, started feeling very hungry and he asked his guards to bring some fruits. The guards went and brought the fruits, and the minute the king took the fruit near his mouth, Takshak emerged from the fruit and bit the king, and thus King Parikshit died of the poison of Takshak Nag. Now Janmejaya was very angry with the death of his father. He thought that it was too harsh a punishment for such a small sin, and because a snake had killed his father, he decided to perform a yajna that would destroy all the snakes in the world. So a group of Brahmins were chanting mantras during this yajna, and the mantras were so powerful that they were drawing the snakes from every corner of the world into the sacrificial fire, as you can see in this picture. The Devas were terrified. Takshak also asked Indra for protection because he had to simply obey the curse. He had no choice. Indra said, I will try to help you, but the power of the mantras was so powerful that even when Takshak coiled himself around the bed of Indra, it was still pulling him towards the sacrificial fire. The Devas approached Mansa Devi, that is the snake goddess, who is the daughter of Lord Shiva and Parvati. Mansa Devi told her son Astika to go and stop the yajna. Astika was also a great sage and he was very well versed in spiritual knowledge. He was very well versed in the Shastras, and when he reached the site of the yajna, he impressed Janmejaya with his knowledge. Janmejaya then asked him for a boon, and Astika said, please stop this yajna which is killing innocent snakes. Janmejaya obliged because he had never said no to Brahmins, and thus the snake yajna was stopped. and the snakes were saved from destruction. The day this occurred is known as Nag Panchami, or the fifth day in the bright half of the Shravan month. And on this day, goddess Mansa Devi is widely worshipped across India. Also, the snakes are worshipped on this day and they are offered flowers, milk, and water. And it is said to protect people from snake bite. Also, people who have doshas such as Kalsarp Yog, Sarp Dosh, etc. in their Kundali, it is believed that if they worship the snakes on this day, it gives you relief from the bad effects of these malefic yogas. When we were young, there used to be snake charmers who used to bring real snakes, and milk and water was offered to these snakes outside the temples. But since this is now banned by the government, what people do is they worship idols of snakes made of clay, gold, silver. Okay? They visit temples and offer rice, water, milk, flowers to the snake deity. So the Nag Panchami festival is done to honor goddess Mansa as well as to worship the snakes and the sage Astika who had saved the snakes from certain death. So this is the significance of Nag Panchami and the legend behind why it is widely celebrated on this day. Now definitely due to this corona pandemic, you will not be able to go out. Okay. So if you want a mantra to worship the snakes, I can tell you that mantra, and it is called as the Navnag mantra. The mantra is as follows: Anantam Vasukim Shesham Padmanabham cha Kambanam Shankhapalam Dhritarashtram Takshakam Kaliyam Tatha Etani Navanamani Naganam cha Mahatmanam Sayankale Pathet Nityam Pratak Kale Visheshata Tasya Visha Bhayam Nasti Sarvatra Vijayi Bhava. So this mantra invokes the name of the 9 snakes. Okay, and chanting this mantra is said to protect one from snake bites and the malefic effects of Sarpdosh or Kalsarpdosh in the Kundali. So friends, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you shortly soon with another video. Till then, take care. Bye. Have a nice time.